welcome to this month's planner. This is February 2020 and I'm keeping my same layout as I had for January, but I'm adding a few little extra changes in the way that I display my pages. So let me show you January. This was January, and one of the things I loved about January, or loved using the pages for January, was the colour scheme. So I think colour is quite important, and I'm just sort of waking up to that sort of stuff. My meal planner worked really well. My secret stuff on the inside, my habit tracker, worked better than it has done before, and I think part of that is because I'm getting used to the idea of using a journal. Now that might sound really stupid, but what I found was the first month it was a bit sort of like, oh, I've got to remember to do my journal. The second month it was a bit more, I was a bit more organised about it. I was thinking, right, okay, I can put things like that in my journal, and little thoughts I have and ideas that I have, that can all get put down in my journal. So it took until month 3, maybe month 4, before this has actually become a habit and something that I've enjoyed doing. So it hasn't felt like a chore, and maybe part of using a journal is simply getting into the routine of doing so, because it's not something that I have done before. But I do like that I can capture, when I've loaded up videos, that I can capture ideas, and I don't have to go looking for a bit of paper to find where was that idea that I wrote down. It's all going to be in here. I also like the idea of using the washi tape, and I've expanded the use of washi tape in my journal this month too. So if I show you from the top, I've added bits of washi tape to each month, so it's a little easier for me to find each month if I want to go back and check something. And what I've done is I've used the washi tape that I used in that month. For December, I used this really pretty one with berries, and I've used a tiny little bit at the top to help me identify December more quickly. The other thing that I've done is I've added some little tabs of washi at the side, because I've got elements of my book where it's not about journaling, it's about capturing some other information. So my pen colours I have written down here, and in this section I have some notes that I'm making about some software that I'm trying to learn. So all of these little washi tapes make brilliant tabs, and then you don't need to worry about making a formal tab because it's already there. I also like the Anything Splendid page that I added last time. That's been brilliant because all those little things that you forget about in the month, they're all down here, and it might just be meeting somebody new. I've joined a local network, for example, of people, so that's been really nice. I got a new desk for a new chair for my desk rather, so that's been really good and really helpful and made my life more comfortable. All those little things that might happen in a month that are irrelevant, but they're part of that month, and I think it's quite a nice way to capture them. And it's also nice that they are positive things. So for February, I've used some new stamps that I've discovered. This is a company called Clearly Besotted, and I'll provide a link to a video that I made about these little stamps below this one. And I've coloured these up, and I've done them onto sticky paper, as always, so that I'm ready to then stick them into my book. I don't have to worry about making my book look pretty or worry about artwork for my book. I just have my little stickers that I can colour in throughout the month in preparation, and then when it gets to February, I'm ready to use them. On this occasion, because February is it's also my birthday month as well as being Valentine's Day, I've added some little hearts using a stencil, and I just did this with some very light ink just through the stencil on all of the pages for February, just to add a point of difference. I've used watercolour paints to colour in my little boxes, which is where my thoughts for the month go, and I've got some washi tape that I've added on the side here, and I've already added it to the top of my page for February here. So I'm going to continue filling out my journal for February, and I'll share it with you when I've got something I can flip through. The layout is just about completed, but I wanted to show you a little gizmo that Santa brought me at Christmas. This is an eraser, so you press a little button here and it makes a noise, and it rubs away without you having to do all that sort of stuff. And if you run the rubber or the eraser end all the way down, you can pull it out. You can release more, and then the grip will tighten around that eraser and you will have more to use. So I'll just pop it back where it was, and I quite like it. It's a fun little thing. It shouldn't be, it's childish, but it is a fun little thing. And usually with the big words like this, I space them out with the pencil, and then I have to go over and erase the pencil line. That's what I'm going to do with this set of lettering here. So I just wanted to show you that lazy little workaround. I'm going to be sticking in my lovely little hippos. These are from the Clearly Besotted stamp set, and this one is called Roman Hippos, and I'm using Roman Hippos because they absolutely make me laugh, so I think that's going to be great. So I'm going to position those there. I've got the banners that I've also taken from a Clearly Besotted stamp set. This is this one here, and this is from a stamp set called Banner Basics. I'll provide links below the video if you want to have a look. So I've used the banners on my meal planner and on my tracker, and my tracker is all written out and in place. I've got my video plans here for the week, sorry, for the month, and I separate out my weeks. So I go Monday, 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 Monday with a little line of pink, and then I separate out my video plans because generally I aim to upload on a Friday evening. So I have these marked out in pink. So my normal diary is on a Monday, my video planning is on a Friday, then I have space for ideas, recipes and thoughts. Recipes is recipes I'd like to try, because quite often I buy ingredients and then completely forget why I bought them. And then I've got my Simply Splendid page, but I've changed it to Splendid Things. That's what it's going to be this month. And I'm going to put my Roman amphitheatre and one of my little hippos down here, and another one. Oh, I think I'll do them that way around so they're looking at each other. And then I have my line a day page for whatever thoughts I want to capture or events that have happened on that day or successes for that day. I'm just sticking down the last of my little hippos. What's great about having these as stickers is it means that you can colour them throughout the month. You can sit and do it while you're watching TV or whatever, and then they're all ready for you just to add to your journal. And because they're on sticky paper, they're easy to apply as well, and you don't get that wrinkling under your paper if you, as you sometimes do if you use a wet glue. So that's my February layout all ready. I've got my month, I've got my little washi tape tag, I've got my hippos looking at each other across the page, my meal planner banner, my tracker as well. I've got my video plan space, ideas, recipes, thoughts, etc. And then I've got my Splendid Things page and a line a day page, and my happy little hippos looking at each other, and of course a random Roman Colosseum. What else could you want for a February? Thanks very much for your time, thank you for watching, and until we meet again, take care.